I'm gonna share something with you guys that's personal to me. It's my personal testimony about my journey on how I got started with Enagic. Long story short, I was into drinking alkaline water at the time, and this was about 8 years ago here in Greenville, South Carolina, in the U.S. It was very new. Alkaline water was not a thing. It was not even trending, so it was very hard to get this type of water. Long story short, I used to go to different gas stations just to be able to find this stuff. And if you guys know, we're supposed to be drinking at least 4 liters. That's almost a gallon a day. So it was starting to get super expensive. It was about $4 to $5 depending on what type of brand. And I was getting about 4 bottles every day. That was about $20 to $25 that I was spending. Something that I started to learn about, which was the alkalinity. Cancer cannot live in an alkaline environment. Basically, cancer and all these diseases thrive on an acidic environment. And just to put a disclaimer out there, guys, this water does not cure, prevent, or heal anything. This is my personal testimony. This is what happened to me. Whenever I'm sharing about the business aspect and the business side of things, can't promise you guys that you guys are going to become millionaires or anything of that nature. This is personal to me. This is what happened to me. So going back to the story, I was buying these bottled water. The weirdest part is how I got introduced to it. One of my good friends, he was like, dude, I gotta show you this video. I gotta show you this video. And I really didn't want to watch it. He kind of forced me to watch it. He kind of put it on my TV. He was like, bro, it's only 10 minutes. Watch this thing. It will change your life. Literally. After I finished that video, I knew inside my heart that I'm gonna buy this machine. I didn't have a doubt. I didn't need to do research, none of that. I asked him, I was like, dude, can I try the water? He's like, man, I don't even have the machine. So then I got so pissed. I wanted to like find who has this machine. Shortly, I found who has this machine. Long story short, I was able to get my machine. The journey was on. Because to me, if this machine can produce that same water that I was paying $4 to $5 every day times 4, and that's just for me. I was not even buying it for my wife. I was just trying it out on me. This is to me was enough. I didn't care if it was different the way they made it, the science and all of that. So whenever I saw this technology in like a demonstration, it literally blew my mind. As you guys know, I am super healthy. I love the preventative lifestyle. My dad, he passed away at 55 years young from a heart stroke. I cherish a lot to be preventative and not having to go through the distress and the disease to be able to make sense and start making changes. So I kind of knew that early on. Long story short, I started to, I'm super excited. I'm super happy that I got this machine. So I have friends over, family over, just normal life. They start coming in and they were, excited. What did you got? Oh man, I got my medical water, man. This is amazing. It makes alkaline water. I didn't know about the hydrogen. I didn't know about the antioxidants, none of that. I kind of saw it, but you don't understand it in the beginning. I started sharing it with people, and that's how I got introduced to the business aspect. Like I'm saying, in my health journey, I thought I was healthy. The only thing that started changing was this water, and then everything started to clear up. Like one of the biggest issues that I had personally was dry skin, eczema, psoriasis. Like my elbows, they used to be white and pink. It was bad. I started to flush all that out. I started to feel better. My skin started to clear up. So many things started to enhance, and the best way I can explain it, that's like watching a TV that's black and white and now changing and having a 4K TV that gives you colors. Like my life enhanced, and it was such an amazing feeling. Most of my friends now, they started to come over, they wanted to get some of the water. Then I started bottling it up, and then most of them, they were like, dude, it's been a couple months, I've been coming over and just getting this water. I'm addicted to this water. I'm feeling good. I really need to invest. I didn't even know how to get them to sign up. For those that don't know me in my journey of business, I was an entrepreneur, a hustler, a go-getter because of my immigration situation. I could not work, I could not go to school, I could not even drive. So it was super hard for me to be able to fit in this normal society with everybody else. I had to find different ways to earn money. So I used to even go to New York, buy different merchandise, come back, resell it, flip my money, go back again, and then I got to have bigger capital. I started flipping on cars, buying cars, selling cars. I did it all, but I didn't have a sense of direction. I didn't know what I was doing. I was always looking for the next best thing. This was now in my laps. I didn't even see it as a business opportunity, to be honest. And the moment, for example, one of my friends, he was like, dude, I gotta get this machine. Perfectly, just buy the machine, like I did. I didn't even know how to sell him the machine, so I called my friend set him up, and then I started getting checks in the mail. Slowly, it was super organic. I didn't even try. One day, it clicked to me. I was like, damn, this is what I can do. In the moment when I started intentionally wanting to do the business, I now stumble across the imposter syndrome where I'm like, no, I can't really sell this if I don't understand it more. So I went into the rabbit hole of trying to understand, did I make the best investment? Did I invest in my machine, the right machine? So I started researching. And if you guys don't know, whenever you're doing your research, it's very powerful to understand this, because you can go into this mode where they can lie to you. All these ads on Google, on YouTube, there's a bunch of companies that they target people that want to do their research about Kangen, about Enagic, and how they can change their life. And that's when they get you, and the hook is on you, and now they'll fish you into their products. It's a different route whenever you want to do true research. Like I was using Google Scholar, I was using PubMed, and I was going through articles and studies from actual scientists, doctors, academies that were doing this type of work. That's when I stumbled upon different doctors that were speaking about it, different videos, and I started meeting Dr. All. He was actually our neighbor 5 minutes away. Then it started to clarify. Each time I was doing research, I realized I had the best technology. I had the best machine that I had invested for my family. I started to do the business slowly but surely, just sharing it with friends and family. It got to the point where my wife, she's been in the medical field as a nurse for like 10 years. My love language, guys, it's quality time. Whenever she used to go to work, since I used to be at home all the time and trying to figure out what to do from home, I felt like they were robbing her. They were taking her from me every single day. And every day I would argue with her just because I want her to stay home. So it got to the point where about 4 years ago, I started to dive deep into the self-development space, the personal development and all this. She started to see my growth. She started to see that I had a lot of time to develop myself. Most of the time she's tired. She comes from home. She don't really want to do a bunch of learning and a bunch of different stuff. So then it got to the point where she was thinking about it, and I'm the type that I don't want to force anybody to be like, babe, stop doing your job, just come do this with me, because at the end of the day, if something goes wrong and then I am to blame, I don't want that. I want it to be organically her choice. One day she asked for 2 weeks PTO for vacation, and we were gonna go to an event, and they told her no. So her boss, she was like, no, you can't take it. And that was the catalyst that made it for her. She was like, I'm done. I'm gonna put my 2-week notice. So she did that. Her boss went crazy. She was like, Maggie, you don't need 2 weeks, you need a whole month. Take the whole month off. And she was like, no, I need 2 weeks and I'm gonna be gone. I already made my decision. They all freaked out. She comes home, she tells me the news, and you guys don't know, I was the happiest man on earth. That's when our journey started, because she's coming from the 9-to-5 realm, so she has this different program, this alarms and this way of doing things. She was on the go all the time, super fast. And I'm like, look, in this business, we have our time. You don't need to come in with that. We're here, we're chilled. We don't need to be on the hurry all the time. We're controlling our own time and our own destiny. Then we started to do the self-development and grow in the business and really dive deep to understand the compensation plan. Long story short, guys, we hit 6A. We're about to hit 6A again in one of our other accounts, on my personal account. It's just been this journey of ups and downs, and literally I wouldn't change it for anything, because I love the purpose that I have now. Before, I didn't have a purpose. I was just trying to make money, trying to make means, trying to make an income for my family. Now that grew. It grew to the point where now I want to give back to others. I want to change lives one family at a time. That's my purpose. As I am doing this, I want you to take a look at your life and see how this can really transform your life with the 3 different pillars, because we talk about the physical health that gives you this mental health. And then with the mental health, you can tackle the financial freedom. That's my biggest thing, is to be able to give people time, because at the end of the day, the more I speak to people that have money and they are on the top, they say it's lonely, because there's not a lot of people that can escape the rat race. So everybody's stuck. I wish I can bring my friends with me. So at the end of the day, That's my purpose, is to be able to develop the next person and to grow my team and to grow this community to a